Close your eyes for a moment and step into a world where the sum of money you desire is already yours. Imagine holding it in your hands, counting it, and feeling its weight. Hear the crisp sound of the bills or the digital notification confirming its arrival in your account. Do not question how it came to you, simply know that it has. Now understand this truth: the key to bringing this vision into your physical world lies in assuming it is already done. The power of your assumption shapes the reality you will experience. When you assume possession of the money, you send a clear signal to the unseen forces that govern this world: it is mine. Feel it deeply. Feel the security, the freedom, or the excitement that this money brings. Allow yourself to rest in the satisfaction of already having it. This feeling is the secret. It is the bridge between your desire and its manifestation. Be specific. Know the exact amount you want and create a scene in your mind that confirms you have already received it. Maybe it's the joy of paying off a debt, booking a trip, or simply seeing the balance in your account. Whatever the scene, live it fully in your imagination. Faith is your ally. When the world around you seems unchanged, remind yourself that your inner assumption is already shaping the outer reality. Trust that what you have assumed must come to pass. Release any doubts or fears; they only delay the process. Persistence is essential. Hold on to your assumption, no matter what distractions arise. Even if doubt whispers in your ear, return to the feeling of having it now. Revisit the scene in your imagination as often as you like. Let it become your inner truth. Gratitude seals the deal. Be thankful in advance for what is already yours in the unseen realm. Gratitude opens the door for more abundance to flow into your life effortlessly. And finally, let go of the how. It is not your role to figure out the path. The ways and means will present themselves in perfect timing. Your job is to hold the vision and feel the reality of your assumption. So assume it now. Walk through this week as though the money is already in your possession. Believe in the power within you, and watch as the world bends to the truth of your inner conviction. Your imagination is the seed, and your feeling is the water. Nurture it, and it will grow. To harness the power of assumption is to step into a state of being where your desired reality is already true. It is not a matter of hoping or wishing for something to happen. It is a deliberate act of claiming that it is already so. Assume right now that the amount of money you desire is already in your possession. See yourself holding it, using it, or enjoying the benefits it brings. This is not a fleeting thought, but a deeply felt conviction, a knowing that transcends logic or external evidence. When you assume something, you bypass the need for proof or justification. The world may show you empty hands, but within you must know they are full. Feel the texture of the money in your hands, hear the sound of it as you count it, or see the number on your bank statement confirming its presence. Immerse yourself in these sensations until they become as vivid as any physical experience. This act of assumption goes beyond mere imagination. It involves feeling. The mind can create an image, but the heart must believe it. When you feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, your emotions align with this new reality, creating a powerful force of attraction. Feeling it as real now bridges the gap between the unseen and the seen, drawing what you have assumed into your physical experience. This inner certainty becomes a magnetic force, reshaping the circumstances of your life to match your assumption. The moment you claim the money as yours in consciousness, the external world begins to shift to mirror that truth. You do not need to wait for permission or evidence. Your assumption is the evidence. It is the seed from which all manifestations grow. Do not concern yourself with how the money will come or from where. That is not your task. Your role is to dwell in the reality of already having it. Live in the end, where your assumption has taken root and flourished. The feeling of certainty is your anchor, keeping you steady even as the outer world begins to rearrange itself to meet your inner conviction. Your imagination is the creative force of your existence, capable of shaping the unseen into the tangible. It is not a mere tool for fantasy, but a divine instrument that brings forth realities. When you engage your imagination to vividly see yourself living with the sum of money you desire, you are stepping into the act of creation itself. Close your eyes and allow the scene to unfold. Visualize the exact amount you wish to manifest, not as something distant or out of reach, but as something that is already a part of your life. See yourself holding the money, using it, and experiencing the freedom and joy it brings. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing the desired balance. Picture the purchases, experiences, or security this sum of money provides. Immerse yourself in the details. The clearer the image, the more powerful the effect. What are you wearing in this scene? Where are you? Who, if anyone, is with you? What is the atmosphere like? Engage all your senses to make this imagined reality as vivid as possible. Feel the texture of the money, hear the sounds around you, and breathe in the air of this new experience. This act is more than just a mental exercise, it is an alignment with your desired state of being. Your mind does not distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. By creating this scene in your imagination, you are planting the seed of your desire in the fertile soil of your consciousness. As you repeatedly live in this imagined reality, it begins to feel more natural, more real than your current circumstances. This is the point where imagination begins to override doubt and resistance. The feeling of having it becomes second nature, and your mind and emotions align with the truth of your desire. Through this vivid use of imagination, you are not merely daydreaming, you are commanding your inner world to conform to your vision. The external world, like a shadow, must follow. This is the essence of living in the assumption that your wish is already fulfilled. The true power of manifestation lies not in merely wishing for something, but in feeling as though it is already yours. This feeling of ownership is the invisible bridge that connects your desire to reality. It transforms an abstract idea into a tangible experience, aligning your inner state with the outer world you seek to create. Imagine for a moment the money you desire is already in your possession. Do not think of it as something you want or something you will have in the future. Instead, feel it as something you own right now. What does this ownership feel like? Does it bring relief, joy, confidence, or perhaps a sense of security? Tune into these emotions as they are the language of creation. Feeling ownership is more than a mental exercise, it is a shift in your state of being. It is claiming with certainty that what you desire is already part of your life. When you truly feel that you possess the money, your mind, emotions, and actions align with that reality. You no longer act from a place of lack or want, but from a place of having and being. This state of possession transcends logic or reason. Even if your outer circumstances contradict this feeling, you hold on to it as the foundation of your reality. By feeling as though the money is already yours, you create a sense of ease and confidence that naturally draws it toward you. Ownership is not a passive state, it is dynamic and alive. It influences the way you think, speak, and act. When you feel as though you already have the money, you walk with a different energy, make decisions from a place of abundance, and radiate a certainty that the world cannot ignore. This feeling of possession rewires your subconscious mind to accept your desire as a fact, rather than a possibility. The subconscious, being the creative force of your reality, begins to orchestrate events, opportunities, and connections to reflect this new state of being. The unseen becomes the seen, not through effort or struggle, but through the natural outflow of your inner conviction. Feel the weight of the money in your hands, the satisfaction of using it, and the comfort of knowing it is yours. This feeling is the catalyst for manifestation, the spark that ignites the process of turning your imagination into reality. The universe responds to clarity, and specificity is the key to unlocking its boundless potential. When you define exactly what you desire, you sharpen your focus and direct your creative power with precision. The vague hope of more money lacks the force to bring forth tangible results. But when you specify the exact amount, you create a clear target for your mind to work toward and for the unseen forces to deliver. Begin by choosing the precise amount you wish to manifest. Write it down, speak it aloud, or hold it firmly in your mind. Let it be an amount that excites you and feels significant, yet attainable in your imagination. The clearer your desire, the easier it is to form a mental image that aligns with its fulfillment. Once you've defined the amount, bring it to life through a vivid mental scene. Picture a specific moment where the arrival of this money becomes real. Perhaps you see yourself opening a letter or an email confirming a payment. Maybe you visualize yourself at the bank depositing a check or watching the numbers in your bank account rise as the funds arrive. Whatever the scene, make it personal and emotionally engaging. Include as much sensory detail as possible. What do you see? What do you see? What are the colors, shapes, and movements in the scene? What do you hear? The sound of a pen signing a document, the cheerful tone of a notification, or the voice of someone congratulating you? How does it feel to hold the money, to know it's yours? The more vivid and specific your mental scene, the stronger its impact on your subconscious mind. Specificity also creates a sense of certainty. When you know exactly what you're aiming for, you eliminate ambiguity and strengthen your belief in its realization. This belief is essential because it activates the creative power within you. A defined goal gives your mind a clear instruction, and your subconscious begins to align your thoughts, actions, and emotions with the fulfillment of that goal. Moreover, the specificity of your desire sends a powerful message to the universe. This is what I claim. It sets a vibration in motion, attracting opportunities, ideas, and resources that align with your vision. The clearer the signal you send, the faster and more precisely the response returns to you. By specifying the exact amount you desire and creating a detailed mental scene of its arrival, you shift your focus from wishing to knowing. You no longer hope for something undefined. You claim ownership of a specific outcome, giving your imagination and the universe a clear path to follow. Faith is the cornerstone of creation, the unwavering belief that what you envision within will manifest without. It is the ability to see with the inner eye even when the outer world seems devoid of evidence. To trust in your inner vision more than your current circumstances is to anchor yourself in a truth greater than what is immediately apparent. This is the essence of faith in the unseen. Your current circumstances, no matter how limiting they may appear, are not the final word on your reality. They are the reflection of past beliefs and assumptions, but they do not have the power to dictate your future unless you allow them to. Faith requires you to look beyond the surface, to see not what is, but what can be, and more importantly, to act as though it already is. To cultivate this faith, you must learn to trust the power of your imagination. When you close your eyes and envision the life you desire, you are tapping into the creative source of all existence. This inner vision is not a mere fantasy, it is the blueprint for your reality. By holding it with conviction, you send a signal to the universe that this is your chosen reality, regardless of what the external world may currently show. Faith in the unseen demands persistence. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the evidence of your senses seems to contradict your vision. In those moments, you must remind yourself that the outer world is only a delayed reflection of the inner. The seed you have planted within must be nurtured with unwavering belief, even if the soil above it appears barren. This trust in your inner vision also requires emotional alignment. It is not enough to think about what you desire, you must feel it as though it is already yours. Faith is a state of being, a knowing that transcends thought. When you embody the emotions of your fulfilled desire, joy, gratitude, peace, you reinforce your inner vision and draw it closer to materialization. Trusting in the unseen also means releasing the how. You do not need to figure out every step or control the process. Your only task is to remain steadfast in your vision, to act and think as though your desired reality is already here. The means by which it comes are not your concern, they are orchestrated by a higher intelligence that responds to your faith. Faith in the unseen is the ultimate act of courage. It is a declaration that your inner world holds more power than external circumstances. It is choosing to live by what you know in your heart, rather than what you see with your eyes. This trust empowers you to move forward boldly, knowing that your inner vision is the seed of your inevitable reality. To live beyond the senses is to transcend the limitations of the physical world and root yourself in the boundless potential of the inner world. The senses are designed to perceive what is, but the true power of creation lies in your ability to focus on what can be. When you allow the outer world, with its apparent lack or obstacles, to dictate your thoughts and emotions, you remain tethered to its limitations. But when you shift your focus inward to the realm of imagination and infinite possibilities, you tap into the creative force that shapes reality itself. The physical world may show evidence of lack, an empty bank account, unpaid bills, or unfulfilled desires, but these are merely reflections of past beliefs and assumptions. They are not permanent truths. The outer world is a mirror of the inner world, and by changing the inner, the outer must eventually conform. Ignoring the evidence of lack does not mean denying its existence, but refusing to let it dominate your thoughts and dictate your feelings. Focus instead on the reality you wish to create. The inner world, governed by your imagination and belief, is where all creation begins. Close your eyes and envision the life you desire with vivid clarity. In this inner realm, there are no barriers, no limitations, only the pure potential of your thoughts and feelings. See yourself living in abundance, experiencing the joy and freedom that your desired reality brings. This shift from the outer to the inner world is an act of faith and deliberate choice. It requires discipline to turn away from what your senses report and instead trust in the power of your imagination. Your senses may tell you that you lack, but your inner world affirms that you already possess everything you need. By holding this inner conviction, you align yourself with the reality you wish to manifest, allowing it to take form in the physical world. Living beyond the senses also means embracing the present moment as the point of creation. Do not wait for external changes to feel abundant, secure, or joyful. Feel these emotions now within yourself as though your desires are already fulfilled. This feeling is the seed of your manifestation, and the outer world will eventually reflect it back to you. By focusing on the inner world, you free yourself from the reactive cycle of the senses. You are no longer a passive observer of your circumstances, but an active creator of your destiny. The inner world, where all possibilities exist, is not bound by time or space. What you vividly imagine and feel as real in this realm begins to crystallize into form, shaping the outer world to match your vision. Gratitude is a powerful force that bridges the gap between desire and fulfillment. It is the ultimate expression of faith and alignment with your desired reality. When you feel gratitude for something as though it has already happened, you align your inner state with the reality you wish to create. This emotional state is not merely a reaction to having received it, it is an active state of creation that magnetizes your desire into being. To cultivate this gratitude, begin by imagining the sum of money you desire already in your possession. See it clearly in your mind's eye, whether it's a stack of cash, a check with your name on it, or a digital balance in your bank account. Then shift your focus to the feelings this brings: relief, excitement, joy, or a profound sense of security. Now let gratitude well up within you as though it is already yours. Gratitude works because it acknowledges the completion of your desire. It says to the universe, I already have this and I am thankful for it. This acknowledgement reinforces your belief in its reality and solidifies your alignment with it. You are no longer hoping or wishing, you are celebrating the arrival of what you know is already yours in the unseen. Gratitude also reshapes your mindset and energy. When you operate from a place of already having, you eliminate feelings of lack or desperation, which can repel your desires. Instead, you radiate abundance and confidence, which naturally draws more of the same into your life. Gratitude creates a positive feedback loop where the more grateful you are, the more reasons you find to be grateful, and the more abundance flows toward you. This practice transforms your perception of your circumstances. Even if the outer world has not yet caught up with your vision, gratitude keeps your focus on what is coming rather than what is missing. It shifts your energy from seeking to receiving, from needing to having. In this state, you become a vibrational match for the reality where your desires have already manifested. By feeling gratitude now, you engage your imagination and emotions in the act of creation. You affirm the truth of your inner vision, which must, in time, materialize in the outer world. Gratitude is not passive, it is an active force that says, I trust the process and I celebrate the reality of my fulfilled desire. Persistence is the unwavering commitment to a truth you have chosen to believe, regardless of the temporary circumstances or fleeting doubts that may arise. The assumption you hold in your mind is the key to creating your reality. Even when the world outside doesn't reflect your desires, it is this inner persistence that transforms your vision into tangible form. Assumption is not simply a passing thought, it is a deeply held belief, a knowing that your desire is already realized. The critical step is to persist in this assumption, regardless of the external evidence that may suggest otherwise. The moment you decide what you want, the only work required is to maintain the belief that it is already yours. You must hold this assumption so strongly that it becomes a natural, unquestioned part of your inner state. Doubt will always attempt to creep in, as the mind has been conditioned to question anything that hasn't yet appeared in the physical world. But your job is to stand firm in the assumption that your desire is already done, even in the face of doubt. Doubt is a reaction from the senses, which are limited to the current state of affairs. But your imagination, where creation begins, is limitless. The more you persist in this assumption, the more you strengthen your inner belief, which ultimately leads to the manifestation of your desires. To persist in the assumption, you must practice mental discipline. When doubt surfaces, do not fight it or resist it.